What up? Mike with Academy Snowboards here. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Propacamba right from my garage here in Breckenridge, Colorado. I'm going to start with what the board looks like. The top sheet is black and it's going to be low profile just like we always do with the Propacamba. It's got the astronaut right in the center here going right to Jupiter. Boards are always made at the Never Summer factory in Denver, Colorado. We have the best materials possible there. Starting with the base. The base is going to interchange from a blue to black, and we always use Sintered bases at Academy. They're the fastest bases possible. They're always going to maintain wax and speed. Very poppy blue bottom. We can also get that to black, like I said, and you're going to love that for filming. Starting with what the board is made of, we use an ultralight core on every single one of our snowboards. Basically just means we use the best materials possible here in Denver, Colorado. The Sidecut, we use something called a Vario grip Sidecut. Basically what that means is we have 5 different contact points all the way down the board. So when you are on your edge, you're going to be able to have more surface area, more grab while you're actually turning, so your board's not going to be chattery through any speed. We use a low profile tip and tail on this board. That just means it's basically the perfect amount of lift on the tail and the tip. You know, you can easily wally stuff into boxes or going off anything like running up into a tree like Derek Lemke doing a crippler. This features a polythermo top sheet. It's a very strong top sheet that's not going to crack and lift up if you're using this board a lot. It's not something that's going to feature those little cracks that you'll see in some snowboards. It's extremely strong. We use a Bi-Lite Fiberglass in this snowboard. Basically what that means is it's extremely strong. It's going to maintain shape and function all throughout your riding days. Sintered P-Tex sidewalls on this snowboard basically means we use a P-Tex, so it's got a lot of function. It'll be able to move with all the flex that you have in the board while you're riding. It's not going to crack and it's going to maintain shape every time you need it. It's got a featherweight dampening system, we call it. So basically all around the edges of the snowboard has a piece of rubber and it's going to keep from chattering. It's going to keep the board the shape that you want. Nothing's going to fall apart. The rubber dampening really helps in terms of holding speed and, like I said, chatter, which could be a big problem in park boards. Underfoot balancing stabilizers, basically same thing. It's just dampening underneath your feet to keep every chatter and everything in line. You don't want to be bouncing around on your snowboard while you're riding, so that's just going to keep everything intact. Full wrap metal edges, so the entire snowboard is wrapped with the same edge. There's no parts where it's going to come undone. It's extremely strong. There's not little areas where you'll see the edges come into play. This is all around the snowboard. Centered stance, of course. In all park boards, you're going to want a centered stance. So wherever you put your bindings, it's going to be completely true twin. This board's a twin, and that's what we're looking for in a park board. And like I said before, I'll mention it again, we do use a sintered base. It's the only base snowboards should be using, and we use them on all of our Academy snowboards. It just means it holds wax better, and it's not going to be sticky while you're not going to be pushing for speed for jumps. You're actually going to be able to shave them off with our boards. The wax holds very, very well. And yeah, these boards come in a 145, a 150, a 153, a 155, and we have 2 mid-wides, a 156 and a 158. Those are going to be perfect for anybody with a size 10.5 foot large binding. You won't experience any toe or heel drag. They're really fun. You can get really low on your cards. Even if you have a smaller foot, riding a mid-wide is extremely fun. We like to keep our boards under $450 in the Park Series, so this board retails for $439. And yeah, grab one today before they run out. The Academy Propacamba.